Okay, one of the most popular requests we get for in-home dog training is loose leash walking. Most people's dogs pull and spaz out all over the place. And a lot of us, the way that we think that we're going to train the dog is to pull the dog back. Now, as I mentioned in other videos, dogs have what's called an opposition reflex. If you pull, they are programmed to pull against you. If you push them, they're programmed to push back. So the more that you pull on the leash, the more you're going to train your dog to pull away from you on the leash. And so it's going to be the opposite of what you're looking to accomplish. So when your puppy is the size of 11, which is a puppy that's under 4 months or so, you can actually start shaping this behavior and keep creating a strong desire for your puppy to come towards you. Now, when we're doing this, I'm going to I have a click or a clicker, and I'm going to use this anytime at first the dog looks at me, then eventually when the dog takes a step towards me. If you don't know how to use a clicker, make sure you go back and check your email, because we did send out an email about priming the clicker. It's very important you prime the clicker first, about anywhere from 3 to 7 times, so your puppy has that positive association. If you haven't done that, go watch that video, do that first, then come back to this one. Okay, so 11, puppy, puppy, 11. She's almost asleep. So we're going to back up and give a little more response. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk around her. Now, I would like my dog, if I want her to walk on my left side, I'm going to walk around in counterclockwise circles. If I want her to walk on my right side, I'm going to walk in clockwise circles. And it's important for you to assign a side to your dog when you first start training them, so that they know when we're out walking, I always go on the right or I always go on the left. If you have multiple dogs, I like to alternate. I have 2 dogs that go on this side, 2 dogs that go on that side. That way when I'm walking, I only have 2 dogs in each hand, or 2 leashes in each hand. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk around 11, and at first, all I'm going to do is as soon as 11 looks at me, I'm going to click and I'm going to give her a treat. Now, I'm going to walk around her for camera purposes in a counterclockwise way. Now she took 1 step. At first, 1 step is all she needs, and she gets that treat. Now if your dog gets distracted, don't try to fight him. Let your dog go away and don't try to compete with the squirrel or whatever it is your dog's looking for, because you're going to train your dog to ignore you. What we want is when there's no other distractions, the dog just learns coming to a human is a rewardable activity. And it's something that I like to do because I like the rewards. So we'll see how we do here without, I'm not clicking for the look now. There we go. Now if you get dizzy, you can kind of do more of an oval. And as we do this, we're going to eventually ask for more criteria, i.e. more steps. I'm clicking, limit to the number of steps that we want, and I'm giving the treat. Now, I'm not assigning a command word at this point. All I want to do at this point is just teach the dog that walking towards the human is something that's rewardable, and we're trying to, this is the start or the genesis of shaping the behavior to teaching the dog to walk next to you. After a while, you want to walk, get 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. And after a while, the dog will start walking closer to you in that heel position. That's exactly what you're looking for. All right, these are tips and tricks you can use to teach your dogs the beginnings of what we call loose leash walking.